Elon Musk, famed for his groundbreaking work at Tesla and SpaceX, has long been recognized as a visionary entrepreneur and a driving force behind some of the most ambitious technological advancements of our time. His relentless pursuit of innovation has not only revolutionized the automotive and aerospace industries, but also captured the imagination of millions around the world. Yet, few could have predicted that Musk would unexpectedly step into the political spotlight during the Trump administration, shifting from the world of private enterprise to the complex and often unpredictable realm of government. His appointment as an unpaid advisor in the cost-cutting initiative known as DOGE brought a fresh, Silicon Valley-inspired efficiency mindset to the heart of Washington, D.C. Musk's presence signaled a bold attempt to inject private sector discipline into public sector bureaucracy. DOGE, a program created by President Trump with the ambitious goal of slashing government spending, operated outside traditional channels and quickly became a lightning rod for both praise and criticism. Supporters hailed it as a necessary shakeup, while detractors warned of unintended consequences. Musk's renowned business acumen was seen by many as a potential game-changer for government reform. However, his outsider status and unconventional approach made him a frequent target for controversy and skepticism among Washington insiders. The mission to eliminate wasteful spending, once seen as straightforward, soon became mired in political complexities and bureaucratic resistance. The initiative raised difficult questions about the risks and potential fallout of making drastic cuts to essential services. Every move Musk made was closely scrutinized by the media and the public, highlighting the growing influence and controversy of tech leaders in shaping public policy and government priorities. Ultimately, Musk's experience with DOGE became a high-profile case study in the challenges and opportunities that arise when technology and government reform collide. It underscored the difficulties of translating private sector innovation into public sector change. The collision of innovation and politics set the stage for a heated national debate on the future of government, raising fundamental questions about how best to balance efficiency, accountability, and the public good in an era of rapid technological change. DOGE became a symbol of the Trump administration's ambitious push to shrink the size of government, aiming to make it leaner, more efficient, and less bogged down by red tape. This mission was not just about cutting costs. It was about disrupting the status quo and challenging the way things had always been done in Washington. Under the leadership of Elon Musk, DOGE's team of energetic young tech professionals embraced agile development methods and sophisticated data analysis, allowing them to bypass layers of traditional bureaucracy and move at a pace rarely seen in government. Their unconventional, fast-paced approach quickly drew both admiration and concern, as questions arose about transparency, accountability, and whether proper checks and balances were being maintained. Critics warned that DOGE's rapid-fire decisions, while innovative, risked creating unintended consequences and often lacked the thorough oversight that government actions typically require. While some praised the newfound efficiency and the promise of a more responsive government, others voiced deep concerns about potential cuts to essential public services and the possible long-term impact on communities. Despite their energy and vision, DOGE's influence was often limited by deeply entrenched bureaucracy and resistance from long-standing agency officials who were wary of rapid change. The group's intense focus on achieving immediate cost savings and visible results sometimes overshadowed the need for careful, strategic long-term planning and investment in sustainable reforms. Musk's high-profile leadership brought a sense of urgency and innovation to the effort, but it also sparked controversy and debate, both inside and outside the halls of power. In the end, the experiment with tech-driven government reform revealed both the exciting promise of modernization and the significant pitfalls that come with rapid, disruptive change in the public sector. Musk's aggressive cost-cutting at DOGE sparked fierce debate. His push to reduce the federal workforce led to layoffs and short-term savings, but raised alarms about service quality and job losses. Streamlining procurement with new technologies saved money, but challenged smaller contractors. Agencies across education, healthcare, and the environment faced funding cuts, forcing tough choices. Supporters saw necessary fiscal discipline. Critics argued vulnerable populations paid the price. The impact of DOGE's measures rippled through government programs, igniting controversy. Musk's reforms highlighted the tension between efficiency and public responsibility. The debate over DOGE became a flashpoint for broader questions about government's role. Democrats quickly seized on DOGE's controversial cuts, framing Musk's measures as not just policy changes, but as direct threats to the well-being of everyday Americans. They argued that these decisions would have far-reaching consequences, especially for the most vulnerable members of society, and wasted no time in making their case to the public. They spotlighted families losing access to vital programs, highlighting stories of parents struggling to find childcare, seniors worried about health care, and communities strained by reduced services. Through emotional interviews and public forums, Democrats painted a vivid picture of the real-life impact these cuts would have on ordinary people. By personalizing the impact and sharing individual stories, Democrats galvanized public opinion against the Trump administration. They organized rallies, encouraged grassroots activism, and mobilized volunteers to spread their message door to door, ensuring that the issue stayed in the national spotlight. Targeted campaigns contrasted Musk's immense wealth and influence with the daily struggles of those affected by DOGE's policies. Ads and speeches emphasized the growing gap between the powerful elite and working-class Americans, fueling a sense of injustice and urgency. This messaging strategy steadily eroded support for DOGE as more Americans began to question the true motives behind the cuts. Doubts spread through news coverage and social media, with Democratic strategists carefully crafting narratives to maximize public skepticism. Democrats' coordinated efforts proved highly effective, shaping the national conversation, rallying their base, and energizing supporters across the country. Their ability to connect policy debates to personal stories helped them build momentum and gain political ground. The battle over DOGE quickly became a symbol of the nation's deepening political divide, with passionate supporters and opponents clashing in public spaces and online forums. Public debate intensified, with each side staking out starkly different visions for the future of government. Heated exchanges on television and in communities reflected the high stakes and emotional investment of both camps. Ultimately, the controversy set the stage for a major political realignment and became a defining issue in upcoming elections, as voters weighed their choices in a deeply divided nation. Republicans initially backed DOGE's mission, but soon faced internal divisions as backlash grew. Fiscal conservatives defended the cuts, while moderates worried about alienating voters hurt by layoffs and program reductions. The party struggled to balance its commitment to smaller government with constituent needs. Some Republicans broke ranks, criticizing DOGE's methods and calling for a more measured approach. The controversy exposed rifts within the party and complicated their political strategy. Representing districts affected by cuts put many in a difficult position. The growing dissent weakened the party's unified front. DOGE's fallout became a test of Republican priorities and unity. DOGE's bold actions quickly faced legal challenges, questioning its authority and transparency. Critics argued that operating outside traditional departments undermined accountability. Court rulings and public outcry slowed or blocked many of DOGE's initiatives. Supporters saw DOGE as a necessary fix for government waste. Opponents feared harm to vulnerable groups. The legal battles underscored the difficulty of enacting sweeping reforms in a complex system. Public opinion remained sharply divided, mirroring the nation's political rifts. Legal setbacks forced the administration to reconsider controversial proposals. The scrutiny limited DOGE's ability to act swiftly, frustrating Musk's vision. The episode highlighted the challenge of balancing efficiency with fairness and oversight. Musk's departure marked a turning point, leaving DOGE's future uncertain. Without his leadership, DOGE lost momentum and public attention. The initiative shifted to smaller projects, working quietly to improve government efficiency. DOGE's impact faded, but its legacy remained a topic of debate. Supporters credited it with spotlighting government waste. Critics saw it as too blunt and short-sighted. The experiment raised lasting questions about the role of tech leaders in public policy. Whether DOGE's reforms endure or fade, the debate over government efficiency continues. Only time will reveal the true impact of Musk's foray into politics.